See where those KOs come from.
Heavy hands early. That's a big power right from Kalane. And immediately Bueno Silva looking to lock up a clinch.
Nice leg kick.
Body kick.
Silva really using that left kick, trying to go right to the body, dig the toes in. And it's Kalane shooting for the takedown. A little unexpected. Looks like, ooh. This is like a ninja reinforced guillotine. She's
wow,
going
look
for
at that. She's got the neck wrapped up and trying to get Kalane out of there early.
The problem is if she can get the angle on this, there's no way to fight the hands, really. You've got to kind of go for broken spin to get out of that. She's only putting herself deeper into this choke.
1 minute in, and Kalane now drops to a knee.
Silva wants to do this. She wants to face her.
Oh, and there's the tap. Wow, how about that? Just over a minute in, Mayra Bueno Silva
she went to sleep.
Locks up the neck, and immediately.
Once she angled and faced Kalane, that's when it was over. They're letting her know right now, you got caught in a choke, you're fine. But yeah, she had an angle on the side, and the choke was deep, and I'm sure it was affecting her, but once she angled in and faced her and put the pressure into the neck, that's what put her to sleep.
Mayra Bueno Silva, known as Shitara, man, intense. As
she mad.
It appears like she's just hitting her, you know, kind of the moment just sinking in of what she just did in about 1 minute and 2 seconds.
Now, see, a lot of times what people will do is they'll dig for an underhook or a whizzer there, and instead, sometimes if you can get the proper angle, they leave their neck out there comfortable. She wraps it up with this side guillotine where it's reinforced and the hands are completely hidden. It's a beautiful choke. If you can land it, most of the time people recognize that and they bail on the single leg and get their neck out of there. But I think Kalane wanted to get the takedown and was worried about the feet. Got caught.
Oh, and that was no tap.
Similar to a Darce, the way it locks up like that, but.
Ooh, big right hand once again from Moisés moving forward. Coots fires a combination in return.
So far,
another one.
Moisés all the aggression here. Now we see Coots starting to move forward. Maybe that weight cut really affected him. I mean, he looks to be the bigger guy in there right now.
Oh, head kick from Moisés. And Coots once again is down.
Going in for the kill.
Watch him, do not hit him in the back of the head. Do not hit him in the back of the head.
D'd up well there. Went for the single leg. He was all over it. Moisés looking for the finish.
Moisés now ground and pound, staying busy, but Coots continuing to play just enough defense to keep this fight going. Herzog quick with the warnings on the back of the head strikes.
He's hitting the hand. He's good there.
Coots turtling right now, and Jason Herzog steps in to stop it. Thiago Moisés, 2 knockdowns, 1 knockout victory.
Very impressive, man. He came out, he moved forward.
Not as much as
he threw very good hand combinations, lots of power on his punches, and then when he thought the opportunity was there, even though Coots had his hands up, it doesn't matter when you're throwing head kicks. Blocking with a 4-ounce glove is not going to stop you from getting dropped.
So just 23 years old, and it'll go down as his 3rd knockout victory. Not bad for a last-minute replacement from American top team in Coconut Creek, Florida. Thiago Moisés making the most of his opportunity to the tune of a first-round stoppage at the Ultimate Fighter gym.
And it all started with that head kick, but we saw from Moisés early the spinning back kick, and he was landing some big punches. That slipped right through the guard. And here's a nice big right head kick, and your own glove kind of smacks you in the head. And here he is. He's just relentless. He's hitting right on the ear, very clean shots, stayed busy. He knew Herzog was all over them.
It kind of changes the game plan just a little bit,
100%. Well, as Mike Tyson said back in the day, everybody has a game plan until they get hit in the face. Oh, that was a nasty knee.
There it is for the takedown, but it's Nascimento that ends up on top.
Yeah, looking for that body lock takedown again that I mentioned, but you can just see the thickness for Nascimento. It's a big weight advantage there, and Martinic ended up underneath, which is not where you want to be.
Certainly the toughest fight of his career for Martinic.
Yeah, Nascimento doing a great job here, controlling the feet, swinging down punches. Martinez got to get back to his feet. He can't be happy to lie here. I mean, now Nascimento's past guard. This is a terrible position, and he was trying to mount there, but Martinez took his time. He seemed happy and content to just lie there for a moment. He cannot do that.
Watch the back of the head.
I don't think we can underestimate the difference in level of competition for Martinez. He opened as a 2-1 favorite. Now he's the underdog at plus 125 coming in.
Yeah, the book is loving a bit of Nascimento action. And rightly so, he's getting off to a great start. As I say, Martinez got to, he's got to try and re-guard. He's not showing anything off his back here. So far, I haven't seen him try and re-guard, try and get, his opponent between his legs. That's the first thing you got to do. And Nascimento is just controlling him. Of course, easier said than done. He's a big, heavy, strong man that knows how to use his weight. But Martinez got a hip escape here. He's got to do something.
Certainly Nascimento, the most aggressive fighter thus far.
Yeah, this is a really, really bad position for Martinez now. He's very close to being mounted.
If you're Martinez on your back right now with just under 2 minutes to go in the first round, the most important thing to do is what?
Well, he's got to try and get back to his guard. He's in a very, very bad position here, and he's about to get choked out by a head and arm. He's got it locked in. He's going to put that knee on the floor and then drive forward. There's the tap.
Martinez does not last long. Rodrigo Nascimento, the biggest win of his career. The 26-year-old from Brazil improves to 7-0 as a professional.
And that was really impressive because I was impressed with Martinez from what I saw. He looked like a decent fighter. I thought he'd be a good addition to the UFC heavyweight roster. And Nascimento went in there and made short work. Hit a knee, took him down, ground and pound, choked him out.
Just almost clinical, very systematic. He avoids the body lock, something that Martinez did so often on the European tour. Couldn't do that against a bigger, stronger Nascimento. And Yogi Bear is the smartest bear.
All right, there's the head kick, which actually connected with the knee. That put Michalek on the back foot. Now here we go, gets the takedown, tries for the body lock. That's what he likes, but the bigger man wins out there. Bit of strength, bit of power, bit of hip balance, and now he's in a bad position. Raining down blows, and he's setting up the head and arm. You see there, that leg just pops out to the side because the position that he was in. And from here, it's all over. It's only a matter of time. Gets the squeeze, big man, got to tap out. Well done.
And there's a look at Dana's thinking, okay.
Watch that right hand. Already caught him with the left hook. And Johnson straight to the power double A to a slam.
Exactly what you were talking about, the power there from Johnson.
And this is where the guard game is going to need to be seen. But Taylor Johnson comes heavy in this first round. He finishes a lot of people with this type of prowess that he brings right here. But watch the arm bars. That's what he's good at.
Slams him to the ground again to avoid the arm bar. This guy comes out like a caged animal. The longest fight, just 2 minutes and 43 seconds.
Taylor Johnson cross-trains with Dean Lister and Jocko out there in California, so he's got he's very well versed in jiu-jitsu. He understands it very well, plus the wrestling. But realistically, Muniz has a whole different skill set when it comes to his height and the way that he moves around on the mat. It's just different when you're a wrestler compared to a jiu-jitsu practitioner. We use different skill sets. Right now, Muniz on the back of Taylor Johnson is not what was wanted. Promise that.
Talked earlier about the wrestling experience for Taylor Johnson. Started at Oregon State, and then he transferred to Southern Oregon, where he became a national champion. It's a small NAI school in Central Oregon. Sorry, Dom, go ahead.
No, no, my fault. This is the typical battle. You got the 3-time All-American wrestler versus the black belt Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. They go, who wins?
Right.
What we're seeing right now. Back and forth battle.
And as expected, the fight's on the ground.
That choke is under the chin, but it's on the chin, but not under the chin. So that just hurts real bad. But Johnson generally is going to want to go to his back here. This is not the position he wants. Oh, that's it.
Wow. That's it.
Another submission choke.
Andre Muniz, his 18th professional win, and he does it in the first round.
And you know, one of the things about Muniz when you watch his film is he's also a hammer, and he can also be a nail. And right there we saw Taylor Johnson be the hammer early, but when it was time to be the nail, Muniz got the better of it.
Good job. Okay.
Right here, big right hand, and then he gets counter. Boom! Counter right straight. It's like a counter right hook. He gets double legged, slammed so hard. I mean, look at the power that Johnson hits you with, pushes you around, slams you. And we see here he gets it under the chin. Johnson not going to his back soon enough, gives up the choke, gets the crank in here, and then when he flips over, that's how you know that gets sunk in. When you see his hips go over to the edge right here, that's where that choke starts to really threaten, and that's why.
Frost are doing a good job of just kind of keeping her off balance. I think Pinheiro's having a tough time finding a rhythm, trying to read the strikes of Frosto, pardon me.
Pinheiro trains in Rio de Janeiro at Nova União with Andre Pederneiras, who has a judo background himself, in addition to training Jose Aldo, champions in the UFC.
So much talent down there, you know, and just one of the best places to be. You know, if you're going into the gym every day and you're surrounded by top-level quality, you got no choice. You're going to get better, you know, because otherwise you get your ass kicked every day. Simple as that.
Pinheiro looking for a home for some of these punches. Some nice defense on the feet for Frosto.
Yeah, that's those hooks that I was talking about with Pinheiro, but she's got to follow something up. She threw out the jab, then a right hook. She's got to throw the left hook and the right hook after it. Looking for the one big power shot isn't going to work. Got to put combinations together.
Nearly 3 minutes into the first round. Are you surprised Pinheiro hasn't...
Wow! Shots! Frosto down and out! Luana Pinheiro doesn't need the judo, uses her heavy hands for a knockout.
That's what I was talking about, Brendan. Massive, massive power in this young lady.
Well, people thought of her as a highly touted prospect on her way up, and you can say that again. Does the strawweight have a new player in the UFC?
Yeah, the interesting thing is, as we said, we talked about her judo, we talked about her jiu-jitsu. Didn't talk so much about the striking, but there it is. Goes with the right, and I said you got to follow it up with another one. The left hook connects, and put her right down, simple as that. And those ground and pound shots, they were just a formality. The fight was almost over. That left hook connected with a lot of power, and Jason Herzog did the right thing there. Great stoppage.
Ooh, just her second win by knockout of her career, but man, does she have it on the feet as well.
Oh, flying knee.
But straight into a body lock and straight back down to the mat. And again, a really good advantageous position for Almeida. Almost identical to round one.
Third takedown of the fight for Almeida.
He's going to try and get the second hook in. It's a little, the angle isn't right there. He's going to try and get right over. He's trying to do it. There it is. Nice work. Going to stick those toes in there, not the heel. Try and get the hook all the way in, then flatten him out.
Nasruddin blocking that hook, though, almost to the point where he could potentially spin, but the way that Almeida has Nasruddin's shoulders controlled, it's keeping him from being able to spin either way back into him and be on top.
Now, Almeida was actually supposed to have already made his UFC debut, but had visa issues, so he has been on the cusp for quite some time now.
Got that hook in, did Almeida. That's big.
Yeah, he's going to flatten him out now. If he can flatten him out, this could be the end. He's trying to get the choke. Look at this.
Looks like he has.
Guys, that's in.
Look at this.
That's in.
And what a squeeze he'll have. Switch palms apart.
That's it.
Unbelievable.
Jailton Almeida, with his 14th professional win, has been on the cusp of the UFC for quite some time, and you can see the emotion pouring out into the octagon.
I mean, listen, I'll say it again. Coming into this, he said, my style is Khabib style. And I thought, you're crazy, but that's exactly what he did. He beat Nasruddinov at his own game. He went forward, he took the fight to him, he out-hustled him in the clinches, he dominated on the ground, and then when the time was there to take the finish, he took the neck home as well. Here it is. Nasrudinov jumps in, flying knee. I respect that. He's trying, gets the clinch, gets the body lock, puts him down, goes to work. Took a while to get the second hook in, but then when he did, flattened him out, took the choke. And you can see from the, the build on this man, the strength that he must have. And then there it is, gets on him, gets palm to palm, and he's squeezing with everything. And Nasrudinov, undefeated, came in at 9-0, big reputation, came in as the favorite, but goes home the loser. Well done, Jailton and Mayra.
Both of these guys really smart fighters. Caio went to college 3 years for chemistry before dropping out to focus on fighting. And Jesse Murray got his degree. A consultant.
He's making Murray miss now. This is smart. This could be what gets him the contract.
Caio going for the finish, landing some big elbows, and that is it, a first-round finish for Caio Borralho. Will it be enough the second time around? My guess is yes.
My guess would be yes, too, right?
I meant to be here, bro. Thank you so much, Dana. Thank you, Mickey. Thank you.
That's smart, too. Go up. Hey, I didn't get it the first time. Instead of being bitter, being nasty to the UFC, leaving here with a chip on your shoulder, you say, all right, listen, what did I do wrong? Assess the situation, and that's exactly what Caio did. Let's take a look at this finish and possibly this contract-winning performance. Beautiful left hand. He took his time, though, right? Not overly aggressive in the beginning. You got to figure your opponent out. It's one thing to watch tape. It's another thing to be inside that octagon with them. He lands that laser beam, goes in, starts landing these huge hammer fists, switches to these big right hands. And look, once he knew he had him wobbled, Caio goes in and immediately gets the finish, goes to work. He knows he's not leaving here.
It's a waste of energy. There's a big left hook. Gonna wash the neck. Oh!
Slammed.
Slammed into a guillotine, though. Gotta be careful. Oh, she's gonna tap.
There's the tap!
Wow.
How about that? Karine Silva by submission after getting slammed. Yan Chui Hui put herself right into a guillotine. Wow. What a turn of events.
Tactical error. She got a little carried away. She was already kind of in the guillotine position. She should have known not to go for the takedown. Unfortunately, sometimes that's just an experience thing. But well done, Karine Silva. Now let's take a look. Closes the distance, looking dangerous with the hands. Really letting go and exploding, trying to get the knockout from here. Karine locks up the head. And then from there, Yan just got a little carried away. She thought, I can take it down here. But when you take it down, you've got to try and land inside control. You can't land straight in the guard like that. And a clear display of power and technique and composure, because that was a tough fight until she got the finish there. Well done, Karine Silva. Yet another finish on her record.
She has finished every single win.
With his reactions, I mean, that's the defense he always uses in his fights, is just his ability to sort of lean back and get out of range. But if he can start mixing in the kicks, Ross can see more success.
And while he's backed up like this, I'd like to see the Turkish delight shoot a takedown.
Yes.
Oh, nice.
And the right hand lands to the chin of Salvador.
I mean, this is certainly a better round for Shannon Ross.
Oh, looks like he might have gotten an eye poke there. He was calling for Herb Dean.
Herb Dean says carry on, but look at that right hand, left hook. Nice and compact, beautiful shots, excellent technique.
That punch off the catch of the kick wobbled him a little bit.
Very different round here for Shannon Ross, as he has the lead in significant strikes in the round. And certainly has been in predatory mode this entire time.
Yeah, and look at that. He doesn't.
Oh! He's wobbled. It only takes one.
That could be it. That's it.
That's it. My goodness.
That was an incredible fight, and what a finish. Here we go. They're exchanging like absolute madmen. The right hook connects there. You see that he's wobbled. The left hook fires back. From here, Shannon Ross is on shaky legs. Salvador swarms all over him. Body, right hook to the head. Down he goes. Herb Dean saves him from any more punishment. Both men, congratulations to them both, but of course there's only one winner. That is Vinicius Salvador tonight.
Both of these guys are starting to get a little tired now. Hands are a little lower. Strikes are a little more labored. Very good thought there by Bellato. Go to the body. That's one thing they haven't done. No kicks, no punches to the body.
Vitor Petrino with a huge knockout. Message sent. Still undefeated.
Wow.
A promising young Brazilian at light heavyweights.
Right here, you see them come together. Petrino throws a knee, back fist. He gets hit with a left hand that drops him. Steps in and lands another big right hand that just flattens him. Referee jumps in to save him. What a shot by Petrino. Right on the side of the head. Drops him in slow motion. Boom.
Man.
Right hand finishes him.
Combination for Bonfim, punches Waters back to the fence. Now he'll inch back to center with his jab. Big swings and a miss from Waters. And a takedown. Corner was asking for it.
Guillotine. Look, the guillotine. Oh, it's tight.
That's
That's
deep.
very tight.
That is super deep. He's got half guard.
Oh, that is tight. He's on the wrong side. If Waters can recover guard, Bonfim might be in trouble. Waters has to try to recover guard.
Bonfim.
This is tight. There it is.
Wow.
Bonfim locks it up.
I didn't even see it.
Tap.
Yes.
And it is a big night for the
Once he got to the other side.
in Las Vegas.
Once Bonfim got to the other side, he had the Von Flu.
Sorry, DC and I are over here dissecting what happened. That was incredible. He knew that once he passed, the guillotine was no longer a threat, dug that shoulder in, and you could see the face of Waters turning through, and you could hear the breathing.
From the angle, I saw him from the back. I was looking at the back of Waters. It looked like he was still hanging on to that guillotine. This was beautiful. Great job by Bonfim. Level change into the shot. You see Waters jump on his guillotine. Now watch this, guys, right here. Tough. Watch when he jumps sides. No more danger. Oh, you see right here. We're behind. Oh, there it is. I didn't see this.
Wow.
I didn't see him take the neck there. Now it's on Waters to try to clear. But Bonfim is just holding and driving pressure into him. Great job by Gabriel Bonfim.
I'd just like to see, you know, I think she could afford to let her hands go a bit. She's got such a reach advantage. She can stay out of danger. She's got that front kick whenever she seems to want it.
As you say, start to throw the front kick, then go high with it, because, like you said earlier, Paul, man is so concerned about that front kick right now. That's all she's thinking about.
There it is. You called it.
Bruna Brazil head kick knockout.
You called it.
What a statement to make.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. You hurt the body. You've got the reach. We both saw it happening in this fight. She was patient. She was patient. She waited for the right opportunity, and man, what a freaking head kick.
That is fight IQ right there. And from such a young fighter, I mean, so impressive. You look at Bruna Brazil, she'd been throwing this front kick, and then right at the perfect opportunity, goes jab, brings it high.
Oh, and that's foot. That's foot. Imagine if that was full shin across the face. Luckily for Man, I think, dazed her, knocks her down, but she'll be okay since that was the foot. She's not going to be happy. Yeah, she did. Because, like you said, Similar to Leon Edwards. You get them thinking one way, moving, slipping a punch, and she dips right into that. Thinking it's going to the body. The leg even came up like she's going to scoop the kick. Can we see that one more time? You can tell both these guys know how powerful they are.
Absolutely.
And they're flirting with that belt line on the kicks a couple of times. Constant switch in the stances from Fajeda.
Yeah, he does a really good job constantly presenting a different look, different weapons, different targets every time you switch like that, but he's got to mix it into his combinations and not just needlessly switch stances, you know, on the outside.
Oh, they come into the clinch, opposite stances. Big shots landed from Aliu.
Straight left, square in the mouth.
Well, Aliu likes to keep that lead hand low and sort of shoulder roll a lot of these strikes, but it's such a tough way to fight.
Bumbled with that right. And now Fajeda's starting to string together some power shots. He's got Aliu down. Wow, and Aliu somehow is with it to grab a leg, but perhaps no more. Bruno Fajeda, a first-round knockout to end the night with an exclamation point.
That was a Hulk smash.
Hulk smash, yeah.
Right there.
Did not take long for Bruno Fajeda.
Jeez. That was chaotic while it lasted.
That was chaotic. We had a sense, Paul, that's maybe how it was going to go.
Oh, yeah.
Formerly 8-0, now 9-0. With 7 first-round finishes is Bruno Fajeda.
I mean, that was incredible. Both these guys came out. You felt the nervous energy, both respecting each other's power for just a taste of time. But then that got through big time. You see the legs start going all shaky on him. And Fajeda just goes in hard, lands a couple shots here. But it was ultimately, in a second, we're going to see the shot that really made the ref stand in. I think it's coming soon. No, it's on the ground. He flew in with a big right hand. Maybe we can take a look at that.
It was when he grabbed the leg and coming back up. Here it is.
Yeah, they get some separation. He falls completely back, and then, yeah, the ref's going to jump in on those. Yeah, I mean, he was still with it, but
awkward touch of gloves, and we're underway.
Like they were going to square dance for a second.
This fight clock is brought to you by ZipRecruiter.
He took Let's Dance literally. Oh.
And it's Mendoza moving forward.
Ooh. We're seeing so many guys and women utilize that front kick so much more creatively lately.
Absolutely. Both of these guys like to use it. I mean, you can see that in their fights coming into this one. And I was interested to see who was going to win that battle. And a lot of times it's how you set it up. It's not how hard you can throw it. It's when you throw it.
Yes, exactly. It almost like an off-speed pitch sometimes, too. It doesn't have to. Oh, my goodness.
Quick 1-2. Mendoza's out. Whoa. Inside of a minute. Mateus Mendoza is still undefeated, 10-0. None bigger than that one.
What a way to get this night started. Holy cow. The gym's still down. Hope he's okay, but that was an incredible knockout. Was patient, waited for that moment, plotted with those front kicks, and then, man, he found the chin quick.
And Brendan, I don't know if you remember this, but he called that. He said, I will get a first-round finish. And when you look at this, I mean, just stepping right into distance, just a quick 3-2 right down the pipe, right on the mark. And that's what happens when you land a shot with precision. The power comes with that precision. Beautiful hook, and then a right hand right behind the ear. That'll get you every time.
And you see Jim is trying to get up, and then that one square on the jaw, and that's it right there. This hammer fist.
Wow.
Unnecessary, but of course, Mendoza just doing his job as a fighter, waiting till the ref stops this fight. But use ground and pound, and then if you start to work your way back up, they can just get the top position, right? The person that's higher usually will have the more advantage, the better position there. And you see, she didn't stay there long. She shifted her out of there pretty quickly.
Yeah, I think I agree with you. I don't know that that was the top-notch, you know, fight IQ move, because usually you do that when you're really worried about the bottom game of someone, and you want to smush them into that right angle of the canvas. You know, Silva not necessarily known for that, although she's offering up some pretty good defense here. You know, I don't see her looking for a ton of submissions at the moment.
No big triangles or arm bars. And you're right, when you put somebody up against the fence, when somebody's a really slick jiu-jitsu person, obviously they've got to swivel their hips. They need room to work. So if you were just looking to ground and pound a top specialist, that would make sense. Or, excuse me, somebody with a great guard.
In this position right here that Mora's in right now, so frustrating for the person on bottom, for Silva. It's what we talked about last week, Paul. I can't remember what fight it was, but that KC control that DC likes to call it, where you've got the top leg sort of turned over and the hip is smashed. Super frustrating because it's really hard to start to build up a base.
It actually happened on Saturday night too, right? When DC was here and calling the fights, same exact position. I forget which fight it was off the top of my head, but they got that quarter mount, and it forces the opponent to have to turn away. It gives you no options for a good position. You have to kind of take a risk in order to get out.
Silva able to get her guard back just momentarily, though, and then Mayra steps her right leg over and just continuing to land some ground and pounds. Under 2 minutes to go in the round.
Silva was doing the right thing a second ago when she was trying to push off the hip and possibly get a butterfly back, but I don't love necessarily looking for a guillotine right here. She's not in a spot where she's going to be able to get that.
No, in that same position, she'd have been better off framing and trying to push the head away of Mayra. Oh, it's starting to become really effective ground and pound here. And it does not seem like Silva has a smart approach to this. She's
side mount, nearly pinning down the left arm. There she goes for it again.
Way here.
This might be the beginning of the end for Silva. She can't get out of it.
Coming up here if she can trap that arm. She's got the far side arm now.
Full mount, postures up, raining down punches.
She's gonna give up her back.
Yeah, Silva had no choice, but she's left her neck open.
She's only got one hook in.
There is the tap. Another finish for Eduarda Mayra. Her 5th by submission, her 7th in the first round. Serious strawweight prospect coming at you.
Yeah, that was. There's Jailton Almeida. He's like, I know how that gets done. He's hype. That's a scary man right there, I gotta be honest.
Eduarda Mayra moves to 9-0. She's undefeated. Yanni the Greek is undefeated on the night. He had Mayra and the under. Cashes both of those once again. And not often, Paul, you see a strawweight that has that aggression and that finishing ability. She's 9-0, finished 8 of them.
You know what? And this is from the little bit of footage that we could find on her, right? That was clear that this is her style. But to see it live and in person and against somebody, you know, up a level, undefeated fighter here in the Contender Series, she don't play, man. Let's take a look here. She went out. Look at the timing on this takedown. Boom, right away, right in the top position. Immediately starts to advance, controls the legs, looks for ground and pound, gets past that. She was in quarter mount for a while. Vicious elbows, hammer fist. She did everything that you want to see from an aggressive grappler. She was not in there to control and keep you on the ground. She was in there to end your night and get you out of there. You see Silva tries to roll through, get away, and Mayra has no problem just finding that rear naked choke and off on an angle and still able to get that submission victory. Beautiful job, impressive.
She has only taken pro fights since 2022.
Wow.
He has risen quickly in the pro ranks. Now Prates pumps out a jab. He's been 2 stinging left hands through the first 40 seconds of this round. Mayra still trying to find his way in.
The stance switches of Prates are so subtle too. He does such a good job of disguising them.
Oh! Prates starting to apply the pressure earlier this time. Oh! The left staggers him. And that will do it.
Wow.
A one-punch knockout for Carlos Prates.
That left hand was on point all night.
A surgical performance in the striking department for the Brazilian. And safe to say, put himself on the short list for a UFC contract tonight.
I mean, you look at Prates, and he hit him with a number of those left hands. Number of those left hands he landed. But he never overextended. He hit the gritty like the boy JJ from LSU, the Tiger. Right here, you see the body shot, followed by the 3-punch combination. Watch here. Boom, straight left. I mean, he's hit him with 10 of those over the course of the fight. But this one here just put him down. But look at that body kick. 1, 2. Prades has him hurt bad. And then he hits with the lead left hand that just sits him down. What a performance by Prades. But let me tell you, that is an accumulation of damage because that was probably one of the least.
See, there it is. Nicely defended.
Fires a big right hand.
Yeah, really nicely defended there.
Boy, left leg's not out of danger yet. And now it is.
Gets back to the feet, but Barbosa just absolutely relentless.
It's been a frantic start to the round as we hit the halfway mark.
High pace from both ladies. As we said on the walk, though, 7 years old, an Olympian in judo for Barbosa. So you got to think the clinch situations here against the fence, they favor her all day long. If Guerrera doesn't lean too much one way or the other, she might stay on the feet, but there it is. Barbosa takes advantage.
Pins the right arm as well.
There is an arm lock there. It's not often that you see it. It would be very rare. But this is a precarious position. She's trying to extend the arm with the legs, trying to hyperextend it. Barbosa's got to be careful. Guerrero can pop that head out, but she's in a lot of pain there. Using that leg as well to push it back, to bend it, to get the submission. And she's out.
Oh, wow.
I told you she's tough. She's as tough as they come, and it's not surprising, given the situations she's been through, the life experience that she has. She's a fighter in more ways than one.
And there's the risk of that maneuver from Barbosa, right? Guerrero gets out and immediately was on the back and then into dominant position on top here.
Yeah, Barbosa's got to be careful. Guerrero, from what we've seen so far, ridiculously aggressive. If she gets a little separation, gonna rain down elbows, do some damage. There's that butterfly sweep again from Barbosa. That's what she used the first time.
Are closed for the moment with 45 to go. As Guerrero tries to mount some offense.
There's the
active guard from the bottom. She had the arm bar locked in.
Guerrero's got to be really careful.
Oh, and the purple tap comes. Round 1 submission for Diony Barbosa. Wow, dangerous from the bottom. And notches her 3rd win by submission.
And that was always the danger. We talked about it. 7 years old, high-level Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt. Got to be careful tangling on the floor down there. Let's take a look at it again. So she's on top. She's raining down elbows. That right leg, sorry, the left leg of Barbosa goes across the face. Anytime that happens, you're in danger. You see the arm there, the elbow's way past the crotch area. That means the arm bar is in deep. Here it is here. She's hyperextending. The verbal tap comes. Diony Barbosa gets the job done.
And here we go. The big boy stepping inside the octagon. Janice in the red, Neves in the blue.
So Janice has shared the ring with some of the best kickboxers in the world. Trained with some of them. He's been in there with Rico Verhoeven, competing in Glory Kickboxing, and some of the knockouts that he has delivered are very, very scary. There's Neves.
Yeah, Neves pushing forward, working behind that jab. Oh, nice wheel kick attempt by Neves, but he did slip on it. Neves ties up here with the right underhook.
Neves doing well.
Well, again, looked much more, sorry, Michael, just saying he looked much more comfortable than the last time he was here already.
Well, exactly. I mean, he's dedicated his life to mixed martial arts. You get here, you're in the UFC Apex. Remember, he was only 22 years old, you know, and that's going to make you nervous. Of course it is. You know what else is going to make you nervous? Janice.
Stalking you?
Stalking you, walking you down, looking like a madman.
Neves is reacting well, though. I mean, he's forcing Denise to miss a bit here. Check to kick.
Well, of course, it is different. Kickboxing, mixed martial arts, the two different sports. That's nice shot.
Big one's there by Neves.
Neves finding the mark. You know, it is different, the smaller gloves, obviously the threat of the takedown, that can change things. But right now it's the threat of the knockdown. Neves landed a couple of huge shots a moment ago.
And let's not forget the inexperience when it comes to mixed martial arts for Janice. He's only been fighting in professional MMA since 2022, 5 pro fights.
I'm kind of surprised, though. Janice is an experienced kickboxer. He was throwing shots way out of range a second ago.
Yeah, Neves is doing a really good job of throwing the jab and waiting for Denise to counter, and then countering with that beautiful lead hook of his. Looking for that tie grip.
That was really close. Caught the kick, tried to sweep the standing leg. Oh, right hand gets through for Janice. Double jab,
that jab of
and a right hook, and a left. There's a nice combination. Neves is hurt. Neves is hurt.
Got him on the chin. Pops right back up.
Holds him on, he better cover up.
Janice stunned.
Senses a finish. Thought about the flying knee.
Neves needs to stay safe here.
He needs to stay on his feet. I don't know if he can.
He's definitely wobbly, tiring out.
Oh, turns the tables.
Oh!
That's it!
Janice! The 3-time world champion kickboxer showing the power here in Vegas tonight.
All right, let's take a look. There's that big knee there. Gets through the guard, follows up with the right hand. You see Neves is hurt. Boom, right hand. Neves drops to the knee, gets back to his feet. One jab, 1, 2, and that's it. Referee steps in, saves him from any more punishment. Congratulations. What a performance and what a knockout from Jonata Janice. I mean, this is a big, big round for Julia Palastri. And Aluha's got to be careful. Otherwise, she might not see the end of it.
She's eating some big shots right there.
She's up her neck. Palastri working with one hook in here.
Aluha's doing a nice job hand fighting, though. She was under the neck for a moment.
Yeah, she's not doing a good job of defending these shots, though. And when you're taking those shots, that's when you make mistakes. That's why you soften them up with these punches. You're not trying to get a finish.
She's under.
She's
trying to get the neck, and she's done it. Aluhas needs...
And there's the tap! Julia Palastri with her 3rd career submission victory, and the boss on his feet once again.
A very fun matchup from start to finish, but once Palastri figured out there's a weakness in the ground, once she took her to the ground, that was the beginning of the end. Very fun on the feet for round 1. Round 2, you saw Palastri decided, hold on a minute, I'm putting you down. Let's see what you got on the ground. But let's take a look here. Here is the takedown that signified the beginning of the end. Drives in, picks her up, gets a lot of air, runs over, bang! Slams her down with authority, immediately puts the knee on the chest, softening her up here, giving her something to think about while she places the forearm under the chin to get the submission. And let's take a look. Here it is. Under the neck, almost. Grab the bicep. get the hook in. It's all textbook stuff. There it is, now it's locked in. Grab the bicep, the other hand to the back of the head, give it a good little squeeze. Julia Palestri comes back to the contender, gets the win, but more importantly, does it in style and in a way that also had Dana White on his feet. Another very entertaining bout.
It's Mantello in the red, Khrushchevsky in the blue trunks.
He checked that one.
Khrushchevsky pressing early here.
Oh, yeah, he's pressing.
He is connected a couple of times so far with the right there.
Oh! Oh, Dylan landed a big one there. Another one.
And like you said on the walk, DC, that's kind of Mantello's calling card, right? He doesn't always look like he's the most powerful guy, but he finds his way into situations where he can land the cleaner punch.
Yeah, Khrushchevsky was going at him very aggressively. That right hand slowed him down a little bit.
Got a little bit of respect there.
Yep, you got to get it. You cannot be out there worrying. You got to hit these dudes if you want them to respect you.
Body kick landed by Mantello and followed up by jab.
Oh, right when Mantello's corner says stick that jab in his face, man, does he ever do it.
Elbow landed there on the break from Khrushchevsky.
Khrushchevsky looks a little stiff.
He does.
Jab followed up by a right and another left from Khrushchevsky.
Khrushchevsky just dropping him on him now. He's not rushing, he's not forcing, he's just letting everything come.
Nice right from Khrushchevsky. And another.
Well timed shot.
Yeah, it's got to be a guillotine.
Yeah, Mantello's in on this guillotine.
Yeah, it's not. He's got to get his hips
out.
up.
I think he's out.
Yep, he's got to drop. His grip has started to get loose.
Khrushchevsky takes the back.
Khrushchevsky's really good here.
He's got both hooks in. Mantello's going to look to shake him off. He is a tiny bit high.
Let him slide over the top. If you're Mantello, all you want to do is keep shaking, keep letting your body move. Let him continue to slide over the top of you. Don't rush, though. It cannot be a fast movement. Oh, he's focused right there.
That's underneath. That's tight. This is going to be tough to get out of.
I think he's still okay. The angle's not great. Now he's starting to get better. He's starting to flatten him out.
Yeah.
Oh, that's it! Karine Khrushchevsky with win number 15, and it's the biggest of his career.
Unreal. He looked like he was about to shake him off. Lost focus for 1 second. Khrushchevsky got that rear naked choke in.
You could sense the confidence as soon as he took the back. I mean, that's a place he's been a million times. He knew that submission would be there for him.
Did you see Khrushchevsky's hanging over the top? He jumps on that choke. Dylan's got him off to the side a little bit, but because he's not reacting, Khrushchevsky started to dip. Then when his hips started to come over the top, it was over. Beautiful job by Khrushchevsky.
The 9th submission win of Karine Khrushchevsky's career. He takes the back, and he is oh so dangerous. Exactly what you said here, DC.
Right here, you see Karine Khrushchevsky land a beautiful left hook here. Then a right hand follows. Dylan starts to respect him now, backing up. Khrushchevsky keeps going forward, throws, kind of falls into this double leg here. He probably couldn't imagine that the hips were so close to him. So he just takes it, puts him to the mat, defends his guillotine. Look right here, right? The angle's not great here, but notice his hips start to come back over the top. Watch his hips start to come back towards the left as Dylan starts to go chest down. Dude's done. He's done right there. I mean, the amount of pressure that this man is generating from the top to put him out from that angle is very impressive. Great job by Karine Khrushchevsky.
Thank you, Red. As we get set to get things started, we are underway. Oliveira in the red trunks, Madrigal in the blue.
interesting to see Oliveira targeting that leg early, because that's something I did see in the film of Madrigal, is he has struggled with leg kicks in several of his fights. So I'm guessing Oliveira did his homework.
Yeah, there it is. But Madrigal doing what he does, moving forward, trying to apply the pressure early. Whoa, those are some solid leg kicks already.
Very heavy. Madrigal being coached by his brother Aaron, who is in his corner tonight. He's really chopping that front leg, is Oliveira.
This is smart for Madrigal to mix in these takedowns. He's got his hands up. He was in a good position. Nice work there from Oliveira to work his way back to the center, but shook that right hand out a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Oliveira constantly changing stances, you know, sort of switching up his approach. Oh, that was a beautiful counter shot.
Big counter uppercut there from Oliveira. Madrigal, though, staying composed. Got cracked good with that uppercut, but still moving forward, trying to find his openings. But Oliveira throws strikes so powerfully from so many different angles.
Oh. Ooh, wow. Moves so well, too.
Felt a breeze on that one.
I did, too. That was a slick head kick that just missed the face of Oliveira. Oliveira's got to be careful, though. He is swinging a bit wild. Not that... But that's also a big weapon of his.
It is. It's been his biggest weapon, but it's also been his detriment, to your point on the walk there, Paul. That's when he gets countered, is when he's swinging from the hip. But
yeah, it was when he lost his title. He got countered in one of his big swinging exchanges.
Held the bantamweight title in UAE Warriors, won the title, defended it once, lost in July of 22, which is the fight you're alluding to, Paul.
And Oliveira, I think this is the third fight this year, or this would be his fourth fight this year. He's been busy.
Oliveira lands the knee, and again chopping at that lead leg.
That leg kick is...
Yeah.
I mean, that's landing.
Madrigal has got to address that. He's either got to counter it and get some respect back, because if Oliveira is just going to feel like he's not getting anything coming back at him when he throws that, he's going to keep doing it. But this is not something we haven't seen from Madrigal, where, you know, he's getting worked a bit and then finds his...
Yeah. Oh, my goodness, Vinicius Oliveira, one and done.
That's great, Victor.
What a shot.
That is how you go out there and put a stamp on a UFC contract. That was insane.
Comes over to Dana with
Where'd that pen come from, guys?
Let's take a look at this replay. What an incredible finish. I love that he's got the pen ready there. Oliveira, yep, beautiful left hook in the pocket. I mean, that's what he's so good at, is he creates these moments of chaos, but his eyes are so good, his shot selection. The right hand misses, but that left hook went right over the right hand and out. Let's take a listen to it in real time, because the sound was just nasty. One more look at it. Yep, spins, right, that is right on the dot. No coming back from a shot like that. That was beautiful.
Elbows. Bellato tonight, I tell you what, he's on a roll.
These knee gets in.
These elbows.
Oh, now he's starting to tee off.
The viciousness of this attack. Flying knee to boot. Talha is in a world of trouble right now. If it continues like this, he can't survive much longer.
Talha desperately trying to hang on to this single leg, but Bellato has
Anaconda.
this anaconda wrapped up.
That's kind of locked in.
It is.
So Talha right now is going to make some decisions. He's going to fight those hands. Bellato lets it go. Back to the knees. Wait for it. Looks like Talha right now is just exhausted.
Well, Taha, keep in mind the knee injury and the year layoff, so you wonder if that's affecting him this shortly into his career. And also, he has never been to a third round. This is a new type of adversity he's dealing with against Adolfo Bellato right now.
The biggest factor right now, though, is the succession of knees, punches, elbows that are coming thick and fast and powerful.
Still hanging in there, though, with 1:15 to go in round 2.
Wait for it again. Oh.
His plum clinch is so strong as Bellato's. He's able to wrench on the head and land those knees.
Taha still trying to throw power shots back. He connects on the left right there.
He's defending the knee, so now that's going to open opportunities for elbows. It was really impressive the way Bellato didn't throw the knee and went to the punches a second ago.
Bellato now trying to pick his shots.
Pick your poison now.
Knee up the middle. Jason Herzog is keeping a close eye on it as Taha crumbles to the ground.
He's going to stop it in a second.
There's the warnings from the referee. Bellato trying to swing to the back.
And Bellato looks like he can do this all day right now.
Perhaps it's a numbers game now for Bellato.
He's having a field day. He's down. Knee to the midsection.
He's a downed fighter, so Bellato works the knee to the leg in the midsection. And Taha's got to show something, and that's it. Adolfo Bellato back in Las Vegas, this time a winner, and perhaps leaving with a contract.
That's how you take an opportunity at a second chance right there.
That was quite the display of violence.
Yes, it
I mean,
was.
that is how you utilize the Thai clinch in mixed martial arts. That was an expert. That was a masterclass. Young fighters, take note. Look at that. When he was getting predictable with the knees, he switched to the elbows. When they were predictable, he went to body shots, and so on and so forth. Around and around they went. There's some nice elbows against the fence. Taha, I'll give him all the credit in the world. He is very tough. How he stayed on the feet for as long as he did is quite frankly ridiculous. But look at that. The point of the elbow to the face. A knee right to the top of the head. Hooks ripping one after the other. And here's the end. Knees the thigh, you know, because he's a downed opponent, but he's just tapping away now. He knows the referee's going to stop it. Taha is a spent force.
He has been dominant through the first 4 minutes of this final round.
He's been really dominant, and he's showing what he's capable of now. I mean, he looks like a specimen. He's very fast. He's very precise. To your point earlier, Laura, combinations would serve him so well. In terms of singular pot shots, he's picking him apart. He's doing damage. He's busting him up. All he's got to do is put some numbers together, and he could finish this fight.
Yeah, still throwing just one at a time.
This is a good spot here.
Full mount.
Now we'll see some numbers
coming. Magomed Alim is covering up for the moment.
He's turning away. He might be able to get this done.
Goes under and lands the shots.
He's going to be very
Hammer
lucky.
fist from Rufi.
Very lucky to see the final bell.
Watch back of the head.
20 seconds to go. High mounts. Magomed Alim just trying to hang
You gotta
on.
move, you gotta move.
That's not a good
Perhaps this is it. Mauricio Rufi gets him out of there with 15 to go in the fight.
And I'm telling you, that was a brutal finish. By the end, the punishment that Magomed Alim was taking, they were hard shots in quick succession from full mount. He took his time, he picked him apart, but in the third round got a beautiful finish.
How about Mauricio Rufi going into deep waters and throwing power shots in the third? Nice start for Yanni the Greek. Cashes the plus money on the over and on the underdog from Brazil, and perhaps the Fighting Nerds have another teammate in the UFC at night's end.
Well, we see here, Rufi trying to land that spinning elbow. Magomed Alim ends up on his back trying to get a takedown, not what he wanted. Steps into full mount, and then from here, it's just one after the other. The combinations that we were looking for. And we see, listen, Magomed Alim is in a world of trouble right now. At one point, it looked like he kind of gave up. And Rufi knows the end is now. He's just teeing off one after the other. The referee is watching. All he's got to do is keep punching.